Hey, Sean. Mm. Welcome in, friend. How are you today? I am exhausted. Excuse my mess back there. Me too. Listen, I am tired. I'm actually working on a third cup. Lonnie was like, "You already had 2 cups." I said, "I'm about to have 3." I'm just tired. I think I'm tired because my brain is overly worked, and I'm a little frustrated, and I think that's why. And you already know how we are as business owners slash crafters. You know, we don't get much sleep as it is. Um, anyway, and after I woke up, I looked at your live, and then I was up for a few more hours working on some other projects. So later than I should have been, pretty much. So I'm gonna get started in a minute. And you know what? I hate those things. The only time I actually drink those is if I'm traveling. If I'm traveling, because I don't say driving, I say traveling because legally we do not have to have driver's license. No, Bella. I knew it. No, we don't have to have driver's license. There is no federal law stating that we have to have federal license. Federal law that states we have to have driver's license. So I use the term traveling, and because that's what the law states. And sorry, I dropped something. Even when you are looking at your states, welcome in your states, DMV, it will tell you that to travel, you don't need a license. You need a license actually for commerce. And that's only to do commerce on the highway. And a lot of people really don't know that's the truth about driver's license, that legally you do not need a driver's license to travel. So you'll always hear me use the word travel. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. How are y'all doing today? Say something nice in the comments. But that's the only time I really drink an energy drink is if I'm traveling. I have a cousin that says that all the time, but bye to you too. Must be a bot. Must be a bot. But I got 3 other people that seems like they're just sitting there listening and not commenting. So, as y'all can see, I was going to do a full-on planner. I wanted to do a 6x9 and a 5x7. However, I have this very expensive printer, the Epson 15000. And for some reason, yes, hi to all those who's watching in the background that's not saying nothing, and I already know I know who at least 2 of them are. Anyway, yeah, one just bounced. But I can always go back and see who it was. But anyway, but thank you, even though you didn't want to like and comment, but thank you at least for the view. But anyway, so with my 15,000, unfortunately, yeah, like, come on, let's be for real. I mean, you're going to be doing this in a couple of days. You're going to be making a planner in a couple of days. Your cinches are probably already at your house. You'll do an unboxing of your cinch, and you'll be making a planner in a couple of days anyway. So, like, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. Anyway, so they all ran down. So anyway, but the Epson keeps printing full page. I don't care how many times I save it, how I save it. I've saved it as a ping. I've saved it as a PDF. Like, I've saved it, like, it doesn't matter how I save it. I have used 3 devices. 3. Listen, I don't believe it. I believe calling a spade a spade. We could be kumbaya, but let's call the truth the truth. Spade a spade. Welcome in, everyone. And so the problem is that I've used my iPad, I've used my HP, and I've used my, I think the school, no, Samsung. So I have three devices, and all three devices, when I print, it still wants to print a full page. It will not save the settings as I have them. Now, granted, I've created these in Canva, but when I save them, I'm still saving them as, a 6x9 and a 5x7. But for some reason, it still does not want to print 5x7. I still keep getting a full sheet. I'm not sure why it does not want to print the size that I saved it. So I wanted to show you how to do a hardcover, which is why I had that binder there. I wanted to show you a hardcover, how to do a hardcover, how to put it all together so that you can start making hardcovers. But for right now, I still have to figure out what is going on and why my printer is not allowing me to print that setting. Even with my printer having some of those settings already in the printer, it's still not allowing me to. Because one of the problems is that your cover page and your inside page has to be bigger than the actual pages itself. So if you're doing a 6x9 binder, your cover needs to be printed at 6.5 and 9.5, and or a little bit over, because what you want to do is you need to fold your your papers on the inside so that you can it can cover up the edges of your binder, unless you like that look. But for some reason it wasn't doing that. So I had already printed out. I went on and printed out everything. It's weird, and exactly, and especially with the printer that I have. So I didn't get a hold of Epson today because my head's been pounding all day. And so I said tomorrow I'll take the time to contact Epson, because that doesn't make sense. That printer costs too much. It's one of Epson's top printers under the workforce. So you're telling me if I save an image for 2 inches, you're gonna print it at 8.5 by 11? Make that make sense. It doesn't make sense. But no matter what I try, even my husband tried to get it, it's just not printing at those sizes. It keeps wanting to print a full page. So because that happened, I already just went on and said, you know what, I'll finish printing. A few people had already told my daughter that when I come home, they want the books anyway. I'm still digitalizing a couple of the other books, because I'm now having to redo those and do it from scratch. However, so I said we want to work on this one. And I'll show you a little bit about what I've done. Now, I've used some pre-made templates, and I edit those, because in order for you to use pre-made, you do have to edit it in order to sell it as your own. Now, if you're going to buy a pre-made, it will tell you if you have the license to resell that template or not. Some of us say just for personal use, some of us say for commercial use, but then it'll give you instructions. You have to read the terms to see if in those terms you have to edit it. And most of them, all the ones I've seen, states that you have to edit it. Whether you're changing the color, you have to change the font and things of that nature. But the actual design and the layout, you do not have to. You do not have to edit. So the thing is that when I was making this one, so this is the one that you've seen in the thumbnail. So this is the one we're going to bind today. And I didn't really want to show the quotes, but this is what we're going to bind today. Since I, like I said, wouldn't print the smaller images, and I had the chipboard for it, so I needed to print, we're going to go ahead and stick with this one for today. Now, my calendar I made myself, because I just wasn't finding a calendar that I liked. And so what I did with this binder, I made sure in all my binders I put all 12 months of the calendar in there, because you need 12 months. And so what I did with this one, I just made my own boxes, and I made sorry, did I do that wrong? Split. I did a split. I did the split calendar. So when you open up your binder, and you'll see it once we bind it, you'll have your calendar coming together like that. So I did my own calendars. So we'll go ahead and put that together, and I'll bring you down a little bit so you can see it. Give me a second. You know what I was wondering, Sean? Thank you. Are you able to see yourself when you're live on another device? Because I wanted to be able to look at the comments that way. Because I don't see myself. That's why I was asking that question. I don't see myself. Anyway, so every one of my planners also has a weekly planner, some sort of weekly planner. All of them have different designs. Yeah, but I don't see myself. I could turn the volume off because I wanted to pull it up on my computer so that I can see the comments, but I don't even see myself live. Oh, now I do. I see it now. Okay, great. And I just wanted to be able to see the comments. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, they got new timeout lengths. You can time out somebody now for 24 hours, which to me is the best if somebody needs to be timed, because obviously they came in here to be messy. Anyway, like I said, each one of my planners, even the digital planner, is going to be like this. We're going to have a weekly planner. Now, of course, you cannot do 52 weeks. Yes, or hide them, exactly. 52 weeks. You can't do 52 weeks because that's too many pages. Your binder would be like literally this thick. So each month, though, we'll have one of these weekly planners in there. And what I like to do is on the back of each one of my divisions that I put inside of my binders, I always make sure I put some notes in the back. And this, I also took this. I took this from the cover's design. I took that flower right from the cover's design, which we can actually do that. And I just made it transparent so that you can see it on each one of the pages. And I made it even more transparent on, yeah, I figured that foolishness. Thank you. And I made this one even lighter so that when you're writing, you won't have a problem in seeing what you're writing. So we have the weekly planner. Then I've also made a daily planner. So like what I did, now this is a template that I actually found. I found this one on Canva, but what I did is I edited. So I had to change the font. I changed all the coloring to match my cover. As you can see, I made it match my cover. And so I had to go through and do every cell, changing the color. So, you know, you just change the colors based off of either transparency or any color palette that's within your cover. And so, and that's what I did with this. And again, I always put notes on the back of that as well, because you can never have too many spaces to write. I really love this cover. I went with the green, even though I'm not a green person, but that green was just fire. And I was like, I really like this green. And then so I had liked this one. I really liked this one. This is called the Gratitude Journal. Now this one I actually made. I made this one myself. I just looked at a few ideals here and there, and so I made this one from scratch. And I just used some of the same fonts that I found within the planner, and I just copied just like some of the same fonts I already had, but I made this as well as notes in the back as well. Then we also have, and this is going to be one for each month. Then we have a personal planner. We have this as well. So I made this as well. This is one that I made that I just, you know, did some ideals and found out what I like. And again, made sure I put notes in the back. And then we have another weekly planner. This is a template that I actually made as well. I did get the ideal from a lady who asked me. A lady reached out to me on Etsy, and because I had asked her a question about her one of her templates, and but it wasn't for commercial use. So that's what I was, because it wasn't labeled. So I needed to know, was it for commercial use? And so I have reached out to her. So she is trying to offer me a bundle package of hers. at a 50% discounted rate where I can use it for commercial use. And so I had seen this one particular, similar to this, not this exact one, but similar to this one. I seen it on her page. The reason why I may not go with her, she wants me to basically be an affiliate for her, but she also wants me to not make my own. And I'm like, that's not going to happen because, you know, I'm not going to stop making my very own to just only promote yours. That just doesn't make sense. So, you know, I would have promoted hers as well, as I would have made sure that, you know, I actually would have put her name on the bottom of all the templates. And I would have made sure that, you know, everybody would have known that this was her template and that you have to edit and things like that. But that's not what she wanted. So I was like, no, that's a no-go. And then I just made, you know, little journal notes here again, always with the flower, the pretty little flower, and with some notes. And I also have some, oh, I forgot my paper. I have some regular line paper as well. Oh, I left it in the room. I have to grab it. And I have some regular line paper that just has the flower on it. And I need to grab that before I can even assemble the thing. And one thing I did like that I felt was beneficial, I made sure there's a beautiful calendar in every planner, 2024 calendar. With this one, it's a little bit different. I put a $5,500 savings challenge on here for anybody who wants to get started in saving. So this is a nice little savings. I actually always do a few of the savings myself, and I was just telling Lonnie, I'm actually behind on the cash savings, and I'm actually going to do two. And one is going to be that you can save 2,016 weeks, and of course, the other one is the dollar one where you save I think it's $1,375. But I also want to do this one by the end of the year as well. And I also put in a beautiful little 2025, and so you can look ahead, and a 2026 calendar as well, so that you can look ahead. So that's the next calendar that I want to put together. Yeah, I left the regular papers in there. I can't believe I left those papers in there. But I got a treat for you. Oftentimes we make calendars, and we make a whole bunch of calendars just for women. Oh, okay. Just for women. But guess what? We always forget about the men. So I'm not going to go through each one of the men's calendar, but I will let you see the cover. That's my men's calendar. So Lonnie's going to carry this one. He'll be able to use this one at work and also be able to promote at the same time. And I did the same thing with him. I gave him the 2024, 2025. I didn't do the 2026 calendar. And here is a sample of the line notebook pages for his. So if you look here, I did the, I have the, like almost like the tie-dye. Well, that same tie-dye goes throughout the entire calendar for each one of their planner pages as well. And their planner pages are a little bit different. The calendar is different. Every planner, the calendar, the line pages, and everything is just a slight difference. But I also made one for the men because, like I said, we often always forget about the men. Now, what I'm going to do with the women's calendar also, I'm going to put some little pretty appliques, some flower appliques that I have. I'm going to attach these to the cover as well. So when you see it online after the live, you will see it's going to have, or, you know, after, you know, I get off and take the photos, I'm going to put it on and take the photos. Little beautiful appliques that matches the theme of the planner as well. But I have one more thing for you. I was cleaning up my, oh, that's right, I said I was gonna look at it over here. I was cleaning up my garage, trying to get some rearrangement done and things of that nature. And I actually forgot that I had something. So when I was still in Utah, hi, Miss Karen, how are you today? Oh, no, it's no worries, no worries. You just missed the planner, all the pages of the planner, but it's no worries. You'll see the planner once it's done, though. I had gotten an order when I was in Utah for some keychains. And I made the mistake and allowing someone to buy keychains in bulk, which is why I've chosen not to do this anymore. But I made the mistake and allowed someone to order keychains in a bulk. and they bailed on me. You can come in, baby, as long as you want to go. Go to the kitchen. They can't see you.
Handle your business.
And so, but I did, sell some. I was selling keychains anyway, but they, like I said, they kind of stiffed me. So what I'm going to do also is I'm going to add my keychains to the, you know what, baby? Can you grab my keys out of there, please? Sean said, "Hey, Lonnie."
Hey, Sean. Hey.
No, my keys. And so, my house keys. And so, so like for me, some of them will come with a pom-pom. I made these, and I will do some custom keys. I will have an option for you to customize. So the reason why I chose pink originally is because my original colors for Indulgence Bath and Cosmetics, although purple is my favorite color, when I was looking for like my box, my box and my mailers and things like that, my boxes, excuse me, and my mailers and things, I really couldn't find a purple that I liked, and I was like, no. So I ended up going with pink. So if you look closely, what I did was I put my children's names here instead. So Jasmine's name is a little hard to see, but this is Cameron, and this is my oldest, Jaleesa. And so I put their names there, and I also put a tassel and a puff on it. But all of them will have something on them. So I'll just show you a little bit of samples. And so what happened is, if you buy the keychains alone, they are $10, and it'll be on my website. But if you purchase the binder, and the keychain together, the keychain will only be $7. But you have to purchase the binder in order to get at the price. So here's one I've made, and let me tell you this. So all of them comes in. I have almost every color. I just, Lord have mercy, it's a big bag. I don't want to pick up that big bag. I have really almost every color. Some come two-tone, some do not. Some come with the metallic on them, some do not. But all of them going to come with either a tassel, either a keychain. I mean, I made this. What I did was I had a lot of beading from when I was making necklaces and bracelets and things and earrings and things. And I have had them for years, and I was going to throw them away when we were going to move to Nevis. But I decided to keep them, and I was glad I did, because now I've decided last year when I was doing these, I went on and added some of them to the keychain. So either it's going to have something like this with the tassel, or it's going to have the tassel and a matching pom-pom. And these are just some of the ones that I've made. And like I said, every letter is available. Every letter in the alphabet is available. They'll be up on the website hopefully later on tonight, because I just really seen these yesterday, and I was like, oh shoot. And so I do have several, comes in several colors. I hadn't put the pom-poms on yet of these, but I do have the pom-poms that match every color, every letter. So you'll be able to pick your letter, and you'll be able to pick your color. Now I do have some solids, not many solids. Let me show you. I do have a few solids. Most of them are two-tone. So here's a solid here. And this one has the chain on, just a beautiful decorative chain. Hi, Mrs. C. How are you today? Welcome in. And this one has the gold metallic on it as well. And these are just a few that I'm just going to show. But I do have, like I said, every alphabet letter and every color. I just randomly picked one, kind of one of each one. And this one will get a pom-pom. I'll put a matching pom-pom on this one, because I will not leave that plain like that. And let's see. So all of them won't come with that chain. Oh no, you're fine, you're fine. And here's the yellow, and this I have a matching pom-pom as well. This is actually glitter. I use glitter in my resin. These are resin keychains, y'all. So they're very durable, stable. They are hard to touch. Please make sure you hit that like button, please. And here's another one. Now, interesting, if you pay attention, this matches that cup that I made. This is actually the same glitter of the cup that I made. So if you look at it, it actually has the turquoise and the purple in it as well. So this will not have the pom-pom because it has the chain on it. But these are some of the things that will be listed on the site as well. What I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna actually put it together because I don't want to walk away because I don't know where I put it. But this one is actually going to have the gold binder. You know what? Let me tell you so. I do have some that is stud. Well, I tried to stud some. So let me explain what happened. I put the rhinestones on the bottom of the mold, right? And then I put the resin in. The resin drowned the rhinestones. So I did say I was going to do some more like that again. I just hadn't because like I said, we were actually going to move out the country. So everything halted at the moment. So I kind of like had to halt everything. I had to get rid of all my, any crafts that had chemicals in it, like my epoxy, my resins, all of my hair care products, my perfumes, you name it, even down to the colorants. I had to make a whole bunch of products for myself, and then I had to get rid of, I had to get rid of everything else because, legally I was not able to take that stuff out the country. So everything halted at that moment. So as I stated, I was, finally rearranging the garage again. I did get another shelf and I had to rearrange it to fit that shelf in there, and I got another table coming as well. So I can start working on that table. It's going to be a stainless steel table so I can do my cosmetics on there. And then I can also sew on that table because I usually still lay down my cosmetics. I lay that down on a cover. But so I said I was going to do it again. So what I'll do the next time, I'll make the keychain first, then add the rhinestones, and then dome the actual keychain. So that's what happened. I did have, actually it was one of my pink ones. It was a pink one that I made that I had tried the rhinestones and it drowned, the resin drowned the rhinestones. So the rhinestones ended up being inside of the keychain instead of sitting on top of the keychain. So I will have some studded ones, or I'll have the option of you choosing the studded ones. Thank you for subbing, Daniel. Welcome in. And so that'll be available tonight as well. Now, I always tell y'all, I always show you what I'm wearing because I do make my own lipsticks. So now I do have on Berry Blast. This is the Berry Blast that I made. This is what I'm wearing today. It does have a little mixture. I did mix another one in today, but this is the Berry Blast that I'm wearing. It still has the Indulgence Bathroom Cosmetics label on it, but I will be changing the labels on those. But that's what I have on today. Also, thank you. Also, and it's a liquid. I do have liquid lipsticks as well as bullets. Bullets is the the waxy type of lipstick, and mine is not made with beeswax like a lot of people. I make mine with cabanilla wax because it's actually vegetable wax. It's organic. So my base of my lipsticks are all organic, and I made Copper Hue Collections today. Now let me tell you what happened really quickly, y'all. So, as you know, I have a puff shirt. I made the puff shirt. First time making puff. Y'all seen me wear that puff shirt multiple times because I'm going to always represent my business while I'm online. If I don't wear Copper Hue, I'm going to wear something rhinestone that I made. Now, I went to go cut it out this morning. It was an epic fail. I went to Caesar's website. I did exactly what Caesar said. I even cut it a second time. Oh, you know what? Mrs. C, I'm not sure, because you know what? It's old. It is one thing that I did keep, because I was keeping my Cricut when we were going to move out the country. I was keeping my Cricut because I was able to take that. I was keeping my Cricut. I was keeping my printers. But this one, it is Cricut's version. I will tell you that. It is Cricut's. Hi, welcome in. Where are you from? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, my name is Kim. I am the owner of Copper Hue Collections. However, I do still do some DIY crafts. I make epoxy and rhinestone tumblers, cups as well. And from New York, oh, okay. Well, New York is one of my favorite places to visit, not to live. What part of New York are you from? I used to go up there, and I used to sing in New York a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. But Brooklyn, Queens, and Manhattan are the places that we used to sing a lot. And we also sang in St. George's quite often, which is extremely cold. But anyway, and I like skiing up in St. George. Has some of the best skiing in the country as well, next to Vermont. Long Island. I didn't know that. Mississippi. Oh wow. Oh, you from Queens? Yep. So I used to sing with a choir called Russell Delegation, and I mean, New York loved us like we were celebrities. Like New York and Canada, they treated us like we were celebrities when we came there, especially Queens and Brooklyn with the tools. Like when I tell you, when our bus would come into the city, they would literally be waiting for our bus like we were some type of celebrities coming. I mean, yeah, we were recording gospel artists, but I'm telling you, they would sit at the bottom of that Verrazano Bridge and they would wait for us. Like we literally would have fans out there with signs waiting for us to come. It used to be so crazy. And the same, like when we crossed over into Canada, it was an amazing experience. I did sing with Russells for 16, 17 years. I sang a long time with them as well. So, and I used to preach at Pearlie's church. I forgot her last name. Please forgive me. Juanita Bynum actually originally came from her church before she linked up with T.D. Jakes. I used to preach up there. Welcome. How are you? Welcome in. When I was in church, I preached up there a few times as well. So, but that was more so in Brooklyn and Manhattan. But yeah. But anyway, I cut the puff. It was an epic fail. I did exactly what Caesar said. And I said, how is it that I can cut the first one perfectly fine. First time doing it, but this one would not cut. It just would not cut away from the carrier sheet. And I tried cutting it 3 different times. I even tried to do a pocket, a logo, or a left chest logo, I should say. Nothing I did worked. It just kept not working. And so it was an epic fail. So I had to run over to the garage, pull out my vinyl, and that's when I went with this gold. It's kind of a metallic gold and a metallic purple, but they are Caesar. I mean, not Caesar, they're Cricut. I will tell you they're Cricut. I do like Cricut, but I have a love-hate for Cricut vinyl. I only like Caesar when it comes to their printed or pattern vinyls. I love their pattern vinyls, and their permanent or their permanent vinyls, or their vinyls, the semi-permanent that you can put on tumblers. Because I don't like Cricut's vinyl to put on tumblers, so I do like Caesars for that reason. But I'm happy because my husband just told me today he's gonna get me finally, and it's my fault, it's not his, that I'm finally gonna get my Cameo. I'm gonna get the 5. I was supposed to get it last year because we were gonna move. I was like, why get the doggone Cameo? And we're moving. I got the Cricut, and so you know what? I'm now nervous. I was gonna buy the gold because, like I said, I have the purple puff. And I said I wanted to outline it. So here I did an offset, but I think with the other one I was going to do an outline instead. But the problem is like I said, I followed the instructions, but for some reason this second go around it just did not cut. It would not tear away. And so now I'm sitting here like I got to get in the shower. I got to start getting set up. I got to get everything pulled out to get ready for this live. I don't want to cancel the live because I'm trying to be consistent. And yet this puff is not working. I should have showed you. I took it over to the garage. I was so angry. I just took the whole Cricut and everything back over to the garage. But it just wasn't working. And then I happened to see a young lady, and she didn't turn her Cricut. Because with HTV vinyl, your shiny side goes down when you're cutting it. Well, with the puff, your shiny side is supposed to go up. So you're cutting the carrier sheet, but it has to go all the way through to the vinyl. Well, I seen the lady do it, and she did it with the shiny side down. But why is Caesar saying doing it with the shiny side up? So I couldn't recut that because I already cut it. So I don't know. It just costs too much money to be wasting it. So I don't know what else to do at this point. I'm like, I do want more puff shirts. I want to make more puff shirts. There's a design I have in my head. I want to make and put on a shirt and and sell that on the site as well. But that puff and I really want the gold metallic because I want the purple again, and I want to do one with that. I want to do a full size shirt and a left chest as well. But I don't know. It is confusing. And like I said, I don't understand. Now, I didn't write down the instructions when I made it the first time because I made the shirt before I was going home. Because y'all know I like to, like I said, advertise myself even when I'm out, home. I will walk around with Copper Hue collections on, like I did with Indulgence Bath and Cosmetics. Also, I actually even had it on my keychain. I had a square one on my keychain, and I had a QR code on there, so that people can scan and go straight to my website. And I'll be offering that as well, so you'll be able to get around. And Lonnie, where are you, baby? Okay, he's busy. And so you'll be able to, if you have a business and you want your QR code printed onto a keychain, you'll have the option of being able to order that. You'll just email me your QR code, and I'll go ahead and put it on the keychain and ship it back out. But that's what I was always doing before. I also made a shirt, believe it or not, you guys. I have a shirt that I have the QR code on the back. Like, I don't play because I told you my biggest customer base is in Delaware when I go back home. So I actually have one where I put the QR code in the back. So I'm home skating and my QR code is on my back. I don't play. And so, because I don't want to skate around the skating rink or wherever I'm out going with my keychain in my hand all the time. But I do have that, and that will be offered as well. So, but I really wanted to get the puff because I want to jump on this while I can. I've literally been skating since I said 5, and my daughter was like, "Mom, you've been on skates since you was 2," and I was like, "Dang, I forgot." So I am about to be 54 in 2 weeks? Yeah, 2 weeks. Pretty much 2 weeks and a few days. I'll be 54. I've literally been skating since I was 2. I am a quad skater, and I also ice skate. And I taught myself how to ice skate at, I think, 46, I think it was when I started ice skating. But yes, I've been a quad skater. I still skate. Matter of fact, I'm going to show y'all something. Bear with me one moment. Let me show you something. I'm not sure why I've never, ever shown this or promoted it. Now, I did get some people that said they wanted it, but when they found out what the price was going to be, they kind of quickly changed their mind. And when they found out how long that they have to be, oh, but happy belated. Well, it's still your birthday. You're still in your birthday season. But when I told them how long, it wasn't really so much the price that the people back home was afraid of or didn't want to deal with. It was how long they had to be without their skates. And Mrs. C, a skater does not like to be without their skates. But this is what I've done. I blame these. So I didn't do both sides because it's too heavy. And I felt like it was going to be too much. So when I was designing it, I felt like it was going to be entirely too much going on if I would have done it. So what I did is I did gold rhinestones and gold flat back pearls. That's what I did. So like I said, it wasn't so much. And I chose blue instead of purple only because I don't really wear purple that much when I go skating. I'm mainly in blue jeans, so I said I wanted to wear something that was going to still match. And I love gold more than silver. Now, I do my outdoor skates are silver, but they're silver glitter. I should have brought those, but my outdoor skates are silver glitter, and I just put a big K on it instead of my name. But I made these last year. These have been done since. Yes, that's my name. That's my name. I'll put my name on them. And both skates are like this. I did one of each. Now I will say it has made it a little heavy because I am I can do tricks. I have already the jump bar, and I didn't realize, being as old as I am, that this jump bar was going to still be is going to be heavy, because it wasn't heavy back when I was weighing 140 pounds and I was in my 20s and 30s. That jump bar, I couldn't feel it at all. But listen, at my 50s, girlfriend is feeling this heavy plate. So I'm trying to get somebody to take it off. Like my friend from from Philly. I used to be in a skate group with my ex-husband. And actually, there's a movie out. I can't remember the name, but I didn't even know the movie was on YouTube. My ex-husband called me and asked me, did I know the movie was on YouTube that we did. We did a movie in Philly back in '89. Well, '88, I should say, because I was pregnant with my oldest daughter. And so he called me to ask me if I seen it. I got to get the name and tell y'all the name, but it's, you can tell it's from '89 because it's really grainy. But you know, when I ordered these are new skates. I ordered these about 3 years ago. It wasn't dawned on me that metal plate, which is called a jump bar, so that you can spin and slide and do things of that nature. I didn't realize. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tell you what it is. I looked at that video. I was like, I was like this big. But I was pregnant, and you can't tell. You cannot tell I'm pregnant because I was small. I didn't really show. And so I was like, God, I shouldn't have built these skates like this. I should have put a nylon plate on there. And then adding the rhinestones. Me always got to be extra with the bling. I wasn't thinking that the bling was going to add some weight to the skate. So they are a little bit heavy. So girlfriend is not spinning like she knows how. As a matter of fact, the guy said to me last time I went home in November, he said, why are you skating like you're scared? And I was like, because I am. And he's like, you are too experienced to be saying that. First of all, the kids call me a legend back home, and here I am skating like I'm scared, and yet they call me a legend. Come on, that doesn't make sense. But it's because of that plate. So I have to get that plate off so I can feel a little bit more comfortable. And I'm used to bones. So Mrs. C. And I didn't use glass. No, Sean, I didn't even use glass. I used resin. I was trying to finish up the rest of the resin. And I didn't want it to be heavy, and that's why I chose to use resin. So you can see it sparkling. I got the gold stones in there, but I chose to use resin. Yep. I chose to use resin because I wanted to use up what was left of what I had in resin. Yep, I did it. But I will say, this took me darn near 2 months just to do both skates, half a skate. It was a lot. So I would come home every night and I would work on each skate simultaneously. I would just keep placing stones. It might have taken me 3. It took me a long time to do that because I also had all the sizes. Remember, I used flat back pearls, so excuse me. I used every size. I used Eileen's. I did scuff it, so I did scuff it. So you are going to have to scuff it. I didn't wipe it down with alcohol though, because I didn't want the alcohol to take the white off. So I did scuff it lightly though, not to the point that you're seeing the actual suede, because mine are leather. So I just scuffed it enough that I can take some of that shine off. And then I just took a microfiber towel and I just wiped it down with some peroxide instead. I used peroxide instead of alcohol because I was afraid the alcohol would strip the actual paint off of the suede. You would see the suede underneath, so that my back can still be white. And so, but I did use Eileen's. It took me a lot of glue. I don't remember how many bottles it took me, but I did go through, I want to say maybe about 4 bottles of Eileen's. but I did use Eileen's. I love it. I haven't had any problems with it. It hasn't fallen off or anything like that. Now, my outdoor skates are silver, but like I said, I use glitter. So what I did, I used Mod Podge for those. I did that one the same way. I did only the outside of this. Or did I do the whole skate? I think I did the whole skate. But I used Mod Podge to add the silver glitter. And then for the K, I did a permanent vinyl K, and I stuck it on top, and I sealed the Mod Podge. I did seal it with I sealed the skate with waterproof Mod Podge. I think it's the blue one. And then I put the vinyl on there, and then I sealed that before I even started attempting to put the rhinestones on. And then I put the rhinestones on top of the K to cover up the actual K. So, but that one, like I said, is in glitter. And that one didn't add any weight to the skate. But these doggone rhinestones and pearls definitely added some weight to the skates. I feel like I'm weighing like 15 pounds on 1 foot alone. But, and you know, skates are already, approximately 5 pounds. But I know it's not more than a pound, but it feels like it. I definitely can feel it. But yeah, so... but I do have a few people that want me to do their skates. They just don't want to give up their skates for that long. They're like, wait a minute, me not be able to go skate? And I said, oh, you can go skate. You can wear some, rentals, but real quad skaters aren't wearing no rentals when you got your own. So that's only been a problem. So, I mean, I was just kind of blinging everything. So I had the idea to bling my skates. So that's what I did. But yeah. Oh, it's most definitely great exercise. And now I've had some breaks, which is really how I started gaining weight. Honestly speaking, I have noticed that I know for the skating rinks in the tri-state area, meaning Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, all of us skaters, when we stop skating for only approximately about 6 months, I've noticed we all have gained weight. Like when we go back home for these skating reunions, all of us got some thickness on us now. Ain't none of us is big anymore. And it's because most of us stopped skating. Most people stopped skating around the early to their mid 30s. I actually didn't stop skating until my latter part of my 30s, and that's only because I let the church convince me that I couldn't skate and be in ministry at the same time. Well, I don't know if y'all know, there's a bishop who is the #1 skater right now on social media, especially Instagram, particularly Instagram. He's a bishop from Washington, D.C. I just recently learned that he's my sister's brother-in-law. And but I have been friends with him on social media. Bishop Olds. Yeah, so and it's interesting. I was supposed to meet Bishop. I would have met Bishop Olds in person if I would have went back to that what was it, 50 Shades of Grey, or silver something, the skating reunion that they had in New Jersey and in New York. I don't know if you heard about that last year. They had it where all the men, it was like 5 or 6 or maybe 7 men that are over the ages of 50. They formed a group, and it has Push, who is a white man, and then all the other ones are I really hate to say white man, but he's a lighter Caucasian man, because original Caucasians are dark skinned. But oh no, Sean, listen. If you take my skates from me, it's going to be a problem. I'm probably going to skate into the day I close my eyes permanently. Listen. Yeah. Oh yeah, Push, yeah, he has a melanated wife, yes. He's from Cascade in Atlanta. He skates up Cascade. Actually skates where Usher skates as well. But Usher actually supposed to be a part of that group, but Usher's not 50, so they was like, no. Everybody was like, you gotta be 50. But yeah, that's him, Push. Push actually taught Sherry Shepherd how to skate. Sherry flew him to Texas to teach her how to skate. Sherry Shepherd flew him to Texas to teach her because she liked that style that Push had. Now, we all have different styles based off the region that you live in. And I personally don't like Chicago style, but I do like Atlanta style. I like their style down in Texas. I like their style in North Carolina. I even like some of the styles I like in LA. Some of them I don't. But Chicago's, I absolutely, unequivocally do not like their style of skating. I just cannot get with it for nothing. I tried for 2 years and it just didn't work. I could not get with it. It just was not for me. When I lived out there, I tried, but yeah, it was him and it was a few other guys, so maybe about 4 or 5 more guys. And they started touring and they went and skated at the popular one in New Jersey where we all still skate. And then they went to the one in New York that Usher's trying to buy. And so, but I was supposed to go, but instead I went to the one, oh, sorry, it's 2 in Jersey. They went to one, and my daughter and I decided we didn't want to go. We ended up going to the other one. So we was like, bump it, we don't want to go. But I just recently in November when I went home, I said something to my sister, and I said, wait a minute, your last name is Olds. Could your husband be related to the skater? The bishop that's a skater? And she just bust out laughing. She's like, I was wondering how long it's going to take you to figure it out, because I knew that you and him would communicate on Instagram. But she was like, I was not going to tell you if you didn't figure it out. And I didn't figure it out until this past November. But that's her cousin-in-law, not her brother-in-law. Sorry, it's her cousin-in-law. So I was cracking up, and it's funny because my sister's husband looked exactly like him. They look exactly alike. And that's how I figured it out, because I looked at my brother-in-law and was like, wait a minute. Y'all look exactly alike. And y'all got the same last name. But yeah, I am a quad skater. I'm going to be doing it's going to be some videos. First of all, my daughter records me every time I come home. You can go to my Instagram right now. You'll find some videos of me skating. My daughter she blasts me all over social media. I don't even record videos when I go home. But if you can go to my Instagram and see me skating, it's on my Instagram because she tags me and everything. So there's still Instagram videos of me skating. But yeah, I'll be getting it in next month. For the next month, I'll be home for a month. I'm gonna get it all the way in. I'm gonna be going every week. So, but yeah, we skating. It's called Franklinville, New Jersey. It's right outside of Violin. No, my IG is. I don't have my phone on me. My IG is. I think it's Copper Hue Engine. Dang, it's different. Hold on. Shoot. Let me get my phone. I couldn't ask my husband, y'all, because he's cleaning, so. Because my husband does clean still. He does still help. He helps his wife. My Instagram, dang, that's funny. Because I tried to change it and it kept telling me somebody else had it. And I'm like, no, they don't. It's me. But they wouldn't let me change it. So my Instagram, where you'll find the skating videos is, let me see. What's my name? Wait, Sean, I can't type in it. Oh, here it is. What is my name? Copper EWA Engine. Do I have to put the HTTP first and all that stuff? I don't know how to do Instagram's thing, y'all. Bear with me, I'm old. I don't be knowing this stuff. That's why I need Sean. Is it Instagram.com/? I think that's it, how you do it. I think that's it. I think I did it right. Is that correct? Did I do it right? HTTPS Instagram.com/Copperhue. No. Oh, Sean put it there. No, not that one, Sean. That's the business one. My personal one. You can leave that one's good too, but the personal one. The personal one is the Kim Copper Triple Y Engine. Sean, you don't follow that one? I don't think you do, matter of fact. I don't think you follow that one, but I think I put it in there. Oh, I didn't do the www. Okay, thank you. But yeah, but you'll see videos because my daughter blasts me the whole time Her friends like to film me the whole time. They're fascinated for some reason when I come back home. I don't get it, but I love them to life. She has some amazing friends that loves her, takes care of her. I feel safe, with my children. I mean, even though they're grown, but they have some amazing friends. But yeah, I still skate. Yeah, that's the personal one right there. That's my personal one. Um, but I definitely still skate. I love it. It's amazing exercise. I said I was gonna start carrying my behind up to the tennis courts and wearing my outdoor, because in Utah, unfortunately, we paid all that money HOA, but the tennis courts were so cracked up and they refused to fix it because they actually didn't want us in there skating, so they was refusing to fix them. Nobody was playing tennis, which they don't know if somebody would have, and we used to complain about it, but they just would not fix those tennis courts because they didn't want us roller skating and they didn't want the kids riding their skateboards and skates and stuff in there, so they refused to fix it. And like we said, we paid too much money in HOA for you not to fix it, but they wouldn't. But here we have basketball courts, tennis courts, and another court. So I said I'm gonna start taking my butt up there and start doing my outdoor. Even our streets are really smooth here. So I do, like I said, I have outdoor as well. But I was also thinking about selling my skates, even though my name was on it, because someone named Kim can always buy them. And I'm thinking about just getting another pair. I thought about putting them on Facebook Marketplace and just purchasing another pair. So mine are Rydell boots. Gonna have to have a leather Rydell, and like I said, I have Bones. Like I said, Miss C, I don't know if you're familiar with Bones. Bones are the top of the line wheels. They are grip free. They grip. They're the softer wheel, but they do grip. Even if the floor is wet, you are not sliding at all. Bones come clear, and over time, they start turning yellow. Like they come completely clear, but over time they'll start getting more yellow. They'll still be translucent, but they'll become yellow, and that also will let you know. And then it has ridges on the wheels also to help you keep gliding. But these things are expensive. Those wheels alone are about $200. I just put some new wheels in the cart, and Amazon. Mom was like, $100 for some wheels, $150 for some wheels. I was like, yeah. I was like, if I was a beginner wearing some Chicago's, my wheels wouldn't be that expensive. Those wheels would be like $30. But you're talking about somebody been skating a long time. I can't skate in no wheels that cost $30. I've been and bust my butt. I have to have those, but so I'm gonna get some. They told me to get some All-Americans so that I will no longer be struggling to do spins, because now that I'm older, the grip is too much. They said, even though I don't have bad knees or anything like that, they said the grip is too much. So, and it's funny because my daughter actually will be teaching skate lessons soon. Also, we did get her her trademarked. We are getting her set up to be registered in Delaware. My children, I put them on wheels at 2 years old. All three of my children started skating at 2 years old. Now my youngest daughter, she really don't skate. She'll go out there, but she won't get on the wheels. But my oldest daughter, she's a spitting image of her mother on wheels. My son, he skated too. Not all the time, but he still skated. But my oldest one, she skates all the time. She's literally a spitting image of me. But she will be starting a podcast talking about skating and things of that nature. It's going to be tied to people who have health ailments and things like that. Diabetes is going to be the number one thing they'll talk about. And they'll talk about skating, like how skating came about, how unfortunately, all the black-owned skating rinks are always being shut down while all the white ones remain open and things of that nature. So her name, and you know what, please go and follow her, because she does do a lot when it comes to the skating ring. She also puts together certain, little events and things of that nature that at the skating rink. Let's see if I do it right, y'all. And we're going to be getting out of here in a minute. P.S. Am I supposed to do the semicolon? Yep, semicolon // www.instagram.com / and she is Mona Lisa, Lessa Skates. And you'll see a lot of videos with me of her on her page as well. But like I said, she's putting together a whole organization, talking about skating. And like I said, she's going to be doing a podcast. The podcast will talk about people skating with ailments, and she'll be having, some nurse practitioners and things of that nature, holistic nurses and stuff on there. They're going to try to stay away from, the farmer side of physicians, and deal more with the holistic side, things like that. So that podcast will be coming out soon. Like I said, I just helped her get trademarked and things of that nature. So I'm really excited what she's about to do. So, all right, but that's just pretty much it. Since I left those papers in there, I gotta figure out where they are now because I didn't even know where I put them. But so I wanted to put the binder together. So hopefully I'm gonna work on again why this printer is not printing the smaller sizes, so I can offer the smaller binders, because everybody doesn't want to be toting around a big binder. I will have the digital binders, at least the green one will be digitalized before I leave, because remember, my last day on YouTube will probably about the 14th or the 15th, and I'll just do some pop-in lives. Also, don't forget, we are going to be offering memberships soon, not through YouTube, but I do have memberships I'm going to be offering through. I do have Buy Me a Coffee account, and I'm going to be offering memberships through there. Remember, we're going to be having some sewing lessons, and so those are going to be private. They're going to be for members only. So we're going to be going over some things there. I'll make sure that whatever pattern I decide to go with, and if you have any suggestions on what you want to learn how to sew, just drop it in the comments. What I'm going to do is we'll start with patterns, and I'll buy the patterns for everyone that actually joins the membership program, and that way I can ship out the patterns to you. I won't do a whole kit, but I will ship the pattern out, because I want to. That's always the hardest thing to find in different parts of the country. And I don't want someone being a member and then they can't find the pattern nowhere in their local Joann Fabrics. So what I'll do is I'll make sure I buy enough of all the patterns, and I'll ship them out to each person. That way we'll all have the patterns, so that the day we start, when I get back from the birth of my first grandbaby, then we'll go ahead and start getting started. So I am putting all of that in order so that when I can get back, it won't be belabored. The time won't be belabored before we begin that. And if you see somebody trying to do it here and put together a sewing class before me, just know they was lurking in the background of my live, because there's been a whole lot of them, 8 to 10 people in here watching, listening, and not saying anything. So just FYI, because we've been being copied a lot lately, but being shaded a lot too. And it's time that we stop treating each other like that. I am one that will call it out. If there's nothing else, I'm going to go ahead and end it there. Don't forget to follow Sean. Sean, drop your link again. Your links, drop your YouTube and your Creative Fabrica link before you go. Drop those in the chat as well. Mrs. C, I'm going to figure out, you know what? Hold on, let me find Mrs. C. I'm going to mod Mrs. C. I was surprised Soini wasn't in here today. I was really surprised. Soini does never miss a live. Shoot. I'm clicking on her name, but it's not popping up. I'll have to figure out how to do it offline. Give me a second. Yep, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do it offline, because I'm clicking on her name and it's not popping up. Don't forget to yeah, it's her name is popping up, but the option is not popping up for some reason for me right now. I'll have to figure out how to do it offline, because it's just not popping up for some reason. I don't know why. Like, I'm clicking on it, it's not, usually it comes right up, but it's not coming up today. I'll just figure it out offline. But make sure you follow Sean, her YouTube channel, All Things Sean, and follow her Creative Fabrica account, her store, Creative Fabrica, for her digital products that she's now uploading. Please be patient with her as well, because it is a long process, which is why she was a little delayed yesterday getting these up because there are specific specifications that they require. So please be patient with her as she get these items up as well. Once I finish digitalizing, I will too be applying for an account. I just got to get my digital profile up first, and then I'll be applying for one as well. But please make sure you go and support her her storefront. I believe in supporting copper dollars and keeping our money within our community. But with that said, great, yes, in there. I'm gonna go ahead and end it now. I'll be doing some shorts a little bit later, and you'll see the finished product of the binders, and then they'll be up on the website for purchase. Bye.